With social distancing, many of us are trying to limit how often we go to the grocery store. But when it comes to making meals, it can be hard to follow a recipe if you don't have everything for it already in your cupboard. But that's why we are learning about off-the-hip cooking this morning. The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live to explain what it is. Abby, I'm intrigued.
I am too. I had never heard of this before until I talked with co-founder of Food of the North, Megan Meardle, and she joins me this morning. Megan, what is off-the-hip cooking? This might be a term that many of us are very new to.
Yeah. Good morning. Nice to be with you this morning, and thanks for having me. So off-the-hip cooking is a method of cooking that does not rely on a recipe. It is coming up with a meal that you're going to make based simply on the ingredients that you have on hand in your kitchen. So some of the methods to have a kitchen that makes you great for off-the-hip cooking is having a well-stocked pantry. I have some of the items that I always keep in my kitchen: beans, carrots, onions, and celery, chicken stock, a variety of different grains. And basically what off-the-hip cooking is it's coming up with a meal concept. So I'm going to make a hot dish, I'm going to make pizza, I'm going to make stir fry, I'm going to do a soup. And then it's looking to see what you have on hand that can complement that recipe. It's being creative, it's being industrious, it's trying to limit going to the grocery store and just using what we have on hand. Limit the amount we go to the grocery store, don't let food go to waste. Make something delicious in your kitchen.
Yeah, and I know too, like baking versus cooking. Do you think baking's easier, cooking's easier? What should people maybe be focusing on more so right now?
That's a great question. Yeah, so baking is definitely a science. Cooking is an art. If you're going to play around with the ingredients in baking, it might not come out so well. Whereas cooking gives you a little bit more flexibility. You can play around with the spices and be tasting things as you're going. You know, once something goes in the oven, you can't really go in there and grab a bite and see how it tastes. Whereas cooking, when you're doing soups on the stovetop or stir fries, you can try a little bite of something and say, oh, that needs a little bit more of this or that. So this is definitely, we're cooking today. We're not baking. So great to clarify that.
I am so excited. We have pizza, stir fry, so many fun different recipes coming up this morning that you're going to want to stay tuned for. Pizza is going to be next here in a few minutes, and I am so excited to get this recipe, so you're going to want to stay with us.
I'm also very excited to see what we have cooking up this morning. Abby Furchner reporting live. Thank you very much.